there is that, and I made mention about it last week, is that I just don't really understand Mr. Olympia. And I call Stubbs Olympia because that's the way I feel that he should be called. And I don't really understand his attitude and his ways of performing right now. And but before I've always knew him, I always considered him to be a guy that, more or less was his own man. And as a matter of fact, I can remember back in the past, and I'm sure, Rick, you can too, and there were occasions and very important matches of mine that Olympia would sit in my corner.
I remember the World Heavyweight Championship match. I believe it was at the Boutwell Auditorium in Birmingham, Alabama.
Exactly.
Very long ago.
That's exactly right, and I can remember on the other side of the coin where I've sat in his corner before in important matches that he was involved in. So I just, just briefly, I just hope that he can kind of get his head screwed on right and take a good look at himself and maybe get his act together a little bit.
Interesting comments from the Southeastern heavyweight champion, Austin Idol. And I'd tell you one thing about this team of Anderson and Stubbs. Regardless about what their attitudes might be in and out of the ring, they are one of the most dynamic tag team combinations I've ever seen in professional wrestling.
Well, they proved it time and time again, and you can see a little bit of the stuff that makes them the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. Now, Arn Anderson wasting no time at all going after Mike Thor, a relatively inexperienced young man of 240 pounds. But Anderson manhandles this guy, Austin, just as if he was 130 pounds.
Rick, they've got all the ingredients. They're big and they're strong and they're certainly in tremendous condition. They're vicious, they're aggressive. They've got it all. They're hungry, and then with all those elements and ingredients, I mean, there's probably going to be very, very few teams that are going to stand toe-to-toe with two guys like this. They seem to think alike, and they've got that continuity, which is so important in a tag team combination, that two guys can know each other's moves before they make them. And I think that's what's helped make them so successful. Look at that. And they're unorthodox there, and there was an unorthodox move right there. 1 minute, they'll wrestle you catch-can style amateur wrestling. They'll do beautiful takedowns, and they'll arm drags, and they can do just about anything they want to do. And then the next minute, they'll take it right to the floor like we're seeing right now in a street brawl. So like that, it's hard to determine what they're going to do, when they're going to do it, and which makes it real tough on their opponents to form any kind of a strategy or game plan. So consequently, that's why they're so successful.
Michael Ragin now in serious trouble after absorbing that beating on the floor from Jerry Stubbs. Anderson picks his man up. A reverse atomic drop that sends this young man just rising on the canvas. Basically the same area that Anderson had attacked with the shoulder tackle not 2 minutes ago.
Tag is made with Stubbs. And this is a team that does know how to effectively go in and out constantly. Stubbs is crashing down now. 2 count, but Ragin powers out. He's a tough one.
As I look at this, it's just still hard for me to fathom, to understand why Mr. Olympia, why he has chosen the road that he's going down now, presently. It's just hard for me to understand, because here's a guy, Rick and Charlie, here's a guy that's got a national reputation. Let's face it. He's made a monster of a name for himself, and it's just kind of bewildering why he's just not a leader. Because let's face it, in life, they're leaders and they're followers. They're sheep and they're shepherds. Why he's chosen to follow just amazes me.
Anderson now being tagged in by Jerry Stubbs. There's that knee to the midsection, very effectively placed by Arn Anderson. And Anderson catches his man coming off of the ropes.
Michael Ragin now desperately needing to make that tag to Mike Thor. I think in the interesting points that you brought out, Austin, we've really left off probably the main influence on Anderson. Oh, look at that. A belly-to-belly suplex, gut wrench style from Arn Anderson. And that's the overriding influence of Billy Spears on these two guys.
Well, I don't really have a whole lot to say about Billy Spears, because I'll just tell you like it is. I could care less about Billy Spears. But it's the guy that we're watching in the ring right now who's on the other end of a few good right hands that just, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up.
He made the tag with Thor. he went and made the tag with Thor. Thor down in against Arn Anderson. And Anderson begins to pound away. Stubbs now takes his man up. Ooh.
Michael Ragin, who just absorbed a cheap shot from Arn Anderson after the tag, is having trouble getting back into the ring. He's just barely up on his feet. Anderson brings his clothesline off the second rope. One of the favorite maneuvers of Anderson and Stubbs. Stubbs close over, and I think that 3 count was just a formality, Austin.
They're there showing the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. And what we're looking right there is the agony of defeat.
Wait a minute. Stubbs and Anderson now going after Michael Ragin. A little double. Oh.
Ooh. Ragin caught. With the double team of Anderson and Stubbs. Spears now getting them out of the ring. They are victorious and the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. Arn Anderson and Jerry Stubbs.
We're looking forward to seeing Austin Idol back a little bit later this hour. And I'd like to welcome out right now one of the great teams in the country and the reigning United States Junior Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, the R.A.T. Patrol Incorporated.
Thank you very much, Mr. Stutz. Nice to be out here, Mr. Platt. Very nice to be out here with you guys. You know, Mr. Spears, I think you got a little something to show us on a videotape, right? Is that correct?
Exactly, Scott. The United States Junior Heavyweight Championship just a few weeks ago was in the possession of Tommy Gilbert, and an interesting tag match took place on television just recently, and let's take a look at what did take place.
Here we go. You know, Mr. Billy Spears is always sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong. Right here. Yeah. We were just chopping that nose one good time for him. Well, we had him right here. You're going to see. We had him. Oh, what a dream. Who wouldn't love nothing better than to get their hands on Billy Spears? Oh, double drop kick right there. You see, Mr. Gilbert jumped in there. Now, we weren't worried about Tommy Gilbert. We were worried about Billy Spears. It's unfortunate that he got in there, but he's in there, and he's history. We've heard through the grapevine that he's coming back. Well, we'll just have to keep watching over our shoulder. I don't know if that's true or not. But as you can see, we don't have to worry about Mr. Gilbert for a while anyway. We've still got the junior belt, so we're not worried about that right now. We're worried about the tag belt.
By the way, congratulations on the 3 of you for the victory in the arena against the threesome of Stubbs, Anderson, and Spears. By defeating them in the arena, you've got this return title shot, and we'll be taking a look at that match a little bit later on today.
That's right, Charlie. We do have one more shot at those belts. You know, like we said, Gilbert, he's history. He might be coming back. We don't know. We don't care. We've got the belt. What we're concerned with are those tag belts. We're going out there. We got one more shot to get them, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to get them. That's right, guys? That's right. We started with nothing. And we had the belts. We lost them. We're going to get them back. We're going to be the Southeastern Tag Team Champions. We're going to make all these people happy. Because the R.A.T. Patrol are the Southeastern Tag Team Champions.
Well, the match has been signed in the arenas. They will challenge for the Southeastern Tag Team Championships this week.
All right, and it should be something to see the R.A.T. Patrol Incorporated against Anderson Stubbs for the titles in the arena. We'll have more Southeastern Championship Wrestling in just a moment.
Need relief from athlete's foot?
Feel the Desenex difference.
Medicated Desenex does more than just cure athlete's foot. Desenex soothes burning feet, cools tender feet.
Ladies, Turkey Bell from Mr. King's Furniture, I have exciting news for you. So many of us women are single, separated, are divorced, and having trouble getting credit in our name. Well, there's me shown down into your purse to pull out a $10 bill. There's your down payment, all furniture, stereos, and television. Now, Mr. King really looks out after us women. Let Mr. King help you get started in the credit world today. Thank you.
A special purchase of 50 83 Lynxes at Long Lewis Ford means that you can buy a low-mileage, extra-clean 2-door or 4-door Lynx with power steering, power brakes, factory air, automatic transmission, stereo radio, and deluxe wheels for $59.90. $59.90. 48-month financing for qualified buyers and 24 months, 24,000-mile extended service plan available too. At Long Lewis Ford in Bessemer, where there's no fine print.
More than 60 years, Lee Rogers Tire has been serving the needs of Alabama mining, business, and industry, and cars like yours. This week, you get a free $100 savings bond when you buy 4 Unioil Steelers or Tiger Paw Plus steel-belted radial tires. That's right, a free $100 U.S. savings bond when you buy 4 of these selected sizes. And prices start at just $52.95. Plus, you can charge it 5 ways. And remember,
We don't want all the bids. Just you.
Start to the Southeastern Championship Wrestling comes to the beautiful Birmingham, Alabama's Fairgrounds Arena this Monday night at 8:30. You'll see the U.S. Super title on the line as the R.A.T meets Michael Ragin. Alabama title, Rick McGraw and Boris Zurkoff. Canadian Deathmatch, Jimmy Golden and Vic Rain. Southeastern Tag Team titles, the R.A.T Incorporated. Challenge Arn Anderson and Jerry Stubbs, managed by Billy Spears. Then, the loser gets his hair dyed pink at ringside as the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol meets Hustler with Rogers. Return for the Continental Heavyweight Championship. Bob Armstrong defends against Stiff Henderson stud Ron Fuller. Monday night, the Alabama Fairgrounds Arena in Birmingham.
Monday night in Birmingham, several very important matches, including an Alabama State Championship match for Rick McGraw as he meets Boris Zurkoff. Plus, Southeastern Tag Team titles, Johnny Rich, the R.A.T Patrol take on Arn Anderson and Jerry Stubbs.
Rick McGraw, I've noticed you've lost a little weight around your waist there, my friend, worrying about this belt back here. But let me tell you something. You're going to weigh about 130 pounds worrying about it because that's about all you can do with it is worry.
That is Rick McGraw. 240 pounds of beer, McGraw. Beach ball. When I'm done with you in Birmingham, they'll bury you in the sand in Pensacola Beach. I don't like wrestling you. I'm not going to wrestle you anymore. This is your last type of shot. Go up in the background, beach ball.
Let me tell you something, R.A.T Patrol. You better get a good picture of these belts right here, but this is all you're going to have is a picture of them because at the Alabama Fairgrounds, we're going to beat you and beat you right there in the middle. 1, 2, 3.
Monday night, Alabama Fairgrounds, Rick, a chance for the Alabama State title.
Zurkoff, let me tell you something. I found out something in Birmingham. All my rowdy friends have not settled down. Quick draw is there. I don't care whether I win that title or not. I care as long as I beat your brains in and Billy Spears too. And let me tell you something. The R.A.T Patrol is going to be there, and they're going to take care of Stubbs and Anderson just like they deserve, Daddy.
Monday night, Alabama Fairgrounds, Scott Armstrong, the R.A.T Patrol is coming.
That's exactly right. You know, quick straw, if you knock Billy Spears' brains out, I don't think you still take with about 1 punch. As for Anderson and Stubbs, well, we've conditioned ourselves where we can take a licking and keep on ticking, so hopefully that's what we'll do. We got that next title shot, and we're going for it. Tell them about it, J.R. That's right. We earned a title shot with them. You know, the R.A.T Patrol started out, we didn't have nothing. We made it our goal to become the Southeastern Tag Team Champions, and that's exactly what we done. Well, we lost them, but we've been fighting. We've been taking beatings. Like Scott said, we've been keeping on ticking. Well, I tell you what, the R.A.T Patrol ain't give up yet, and we ain't got the belts back yet. But I promise you people, the R.A.T Patrol will not give up until we get those belts back. Say something, Talkie. You want to say something? We taught him a new word. Tell him, Talkie. Belt. That's right. The belt. That's what the pain. He's a member of the R.A.T Patrol. He knows the word pain, Daddy.
It all happens Monday night. Southeastern Tag Team titles. The R.A.T Patrol goes for Arn Anderson and Jerry Stubbs. Alabama Fairgrounds Arena Monday in Birmingham. Ladies and gentlemen, this match, 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. The ring officials remain the same. Introducing in the corner to my left, 235, Montgomery, Alabama's Jimmy Golden. His opponent at 245 pounds, Nashville, Tennessee, Bruce Walcutt. Bruce Walcutt taking on Jimmy Golden on Southeastern Television Wrestling. And coming out to join us at the desk now, quite a controversial figure. His own right.
Controversial figure, Charlie Platt. Don't lay down, lay flat. Stand up and be somebody. All I want to know is one thing. I want to know who the elementary teacher was that taught Jimmy Golden common sense. Because whoever it was impersonating a teacher. Because this man has no common sense whatsoever. He's walking in the ring with me in my greatest match, the Canadian Death Match. I have defeated every human being on earth. But this fool up here, typical Southern hillbilly, he don't know nothing. The teacher that taught him, she don't know nothing. Look at this man here. He's a bum and he can't do nothing with him. So what is he going to do with me?
I guess maybe point is... Well, Mr. Rain's right about one thing. The Canadian Death Match is one of the most grueling matches in the sport. I had an opportunity to see my very first one in which Vic Rain took on Jacques Rougeau, and
when one opponent's tied by his second into a corner, the other opponent tied in the other corner by his second. The first man to get 3 can do whatever he wants. There's no time limit. There's no disqualification. Anything goes. Certainly, it's not only a test of physical strength and stamina, but it's a good way to get a lot of things settled.
That's exactly right. Coming back out to join us now, the Southeastern heavyweight champion, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol.
Just returning back to the area, I'm just trying to kind of get reacquainted and refamiliarize myself with what's going on around here. And I do understand that Golden, who is such a formidable opponent, competitor, has really got a heated thing going with this Vic Rain. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, Rick, but I understand that Golden was kicked in the head with a boot and suffered a concussion and hospitalized. Indeed. And then you probably know all the particulars on it.
Well, Jimmy, of course, as all the things at home know, and Austin, just for your personal information, he was out for about 2 weeks. He had a severe concussion to the head. He really came back a little bit too early, the doctors said. But apparently, the way he's been wrestling in the ring, he didn't come back a minute too early.
Well, he really looks sharp to me. Another thing I like about Golden is that he's really a classic wrestler. I mean, he's got all the background that anybody would ever want to have. He knows all the moves, but yet when he really wants to get down and get a little bit funky, he can really take it to you. And I'm sure, speaking with Jimmy a little bit, that if he ever gets a chance to get that boot, and the old cliche, when the boot's on the other foot, I think if he ever gets that boot on his foot, he'll really do some serious damage to Vic Rain.
That is a possibility if that were to take place right now. Walcutt has Golden in sad situation, but Golden is one that can turn around any time. Up in the air he goes. Flat-footed up about 5 feet in the air and catches Walcutt right in the upper chest area. Now into those ring ropes, and there's that patented Jimmy Golden sleeper.
Good night, Irene. I believe that's going to be all she wrote right there, Rick. I think that's it. I don't think anybody's going to get out of that one.
Well, you notice that Jimmy Golden wrapping those legs around the midsection of Bruce Walcutt was something that he picked up from Ken Lucas. And it certainly has made the sleeper hold probably the most effective weapon in Jimmy Golden's arsenal. He's still got the neck breaker that we see from time to time, but that devastating sleeper hold, something, by the way, which should not be tried by the fans at home.
Not
very
at all.
Successful for Jimmy Golden.
Golden is the winner of the match on Southeastern Television Wrestling. You had a comment, sir?
Well, what I just noticed right there, the way he immediately made him respond as quickly as he did, because as you well know, if you wait too long, that can be a very, very serious situation.
Thank you for coming out, Southeastern Heavyweight Champion, Austin Idol. Right now, watch this very important word.
At the desk are Jimmy Golden and the new Continental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, Bob Armstrong, to talk about a very important subject, a Canadian death match, one of the most brutal matches in the sport of pro wrestling. It involves one wrestler being tied to the turnpost by a length of rope such as this. His opponent is tied to the other turnbuckle. The first man to free himself can do anything he wants in this Canadian death match. Before we get to the comments of Jimmy and Bob, we'll have a challenging party in this match, Canadian native Vic Rain.
The challenging party. Are you kidding? Golden, let me tell you something. You have come up the wrong street. For the first time in your life, you are going to know what it is to fight a man. I don't mean these little boys in the South. I'm talking northern brutality. So bring your body, bring your gauze, bring your stitches, and bring that blood, because I'm going to let it run all over your body, and what I can't do, the big man can. Guess who's going to tie you up? That's right.
Come on, time in there, Vic. He'll be there next week. I guarantee you. They'll have to come down here and take 5 guys and 10 knives to get Jimmy Golden out of that turnbuckle.
That's right.
Do what you want, Vic.
And then we'll get a little blotter, come along, pick you up, put a little dustpan, send you home. Go run! Show up.
It seems to me, Jim, that in this match, a lot rests on your second.
Well, that's true. Let me explain the rules here just a minute, Rick. As you know, each man is tied to the corner post, and Bob's going to be tying Vic Rain, and Fuller's going to be tying me. And the first man loose can do whatever he wants to do to his opponent. Now, Vic Rain's got something I want, and that's that boot. And I ain't no shoe collector, but that boot I do want, Vic Rain, because I know what you can do with that boot, and I'm going to do to you just what you've been doing to me, sonny boy. And we've tied a few hogs in our days, me and Mr. Bob Armstrong, and we're going to tie some more hogs, sonny boy, and I will take that boot off of you, and it's...
Still to come on Southeastern Championship Wrestling, we'll be taking a look at Hustler Rip Rogers in action in the ring. And because of the tremendous amount of cards and letters that we've received from wrestling fans all over the South, we will be taking a look at a very special profile of the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. It's coming up a little later on Southeastern Wrestling. Right now, if we could, I'd like to invite the former state of Alabama heavyweight wrestling champion Rick McGraw out to the desk. Rick's got a lot of things on his mind. First of all, welcome out, Rick. I know you've been in the gym.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You've been really concentrating on this Boris Zurkoff. You've been through a lot with it.
You know, Rick, I can't eat. I can't sleep. I've dropped weight because I'm training extra hard. You know? Yeah. And what I've got here, I'm going to be early tonight. If there's anybody that doesn't believe the word I'm speaking is the truth, and what we've got to be thankful for is badly mistaken. Because this USA is not out here just because of the colors red, white, and blue. It's because there's a lot of people that are suffering because that we've lost people overseas and here in our own soil for this reason alone. And I'd like to see this film to show you what kind of man that Russia and communism presents.
Well, let's take a look at that match right now, if we would. The State of Alabama Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Boris Zurkoff defending against one of the all-time favorites here in the Southeast, Rick Gibson.
Yeah, well, you know, Rick Gibson is a seasoned veteran. You know, you notice the unfair tactics that Zurkoff uses. He uses a fist. He uses a turnbuckle illegally. He ignores the referee. He does everything, you know. He doesn't care about getting fined. He's got his manager, Billy Spears, the no-good son of a gun. Excuse the expression. But everything that he does is unorthodox, and that's the way that people in Russia, people that are anti-democracy, people that are against everything that we stand for, do. You understand? But luckily, right now, he's getting his due. And I just love to see that. But see, this is Gibson here, being the tough American man that he is fighting back in a situation where the chips were down. But I'm telling you, this guy that is in there is a cheap man. He's been bought out by a mama's boy who's got a lot of money, who would sell out his own country to pay off a communist such as Boris Zurkoff. And I can't sit out here and say that the man's not tough, because you see right there that he will take a win at any cost. He got the 3 count. Rick Gibson's foot was on the rope. He'll do anything to win. And Billy Spears, being the no-good person that he is, will sell out his own country, democracy, and everything that it stands for the almighty dollar. I'm not that way. I'll go out there because I came from nothing and I rose to something. And something is this right here, USA, and I'm proud to be of it. And that Alabama belt is going to be around my waist if it's the last thing I do, and I promise everybody that.
Rick McGraw will get his chance at the Alabama State Heavyweight Championship that he once wore so proudly this week against Boris Zurkoff in the arenas. And we'll be back with more, including a very special personality profile next here on Southeastern Wrestling.
Hi, I'm your old partner from Magic City Dodge, and here's the real thriller. This 1984 Dodge Charger is complete with a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty. A 5-speed transmission can be yours for only $6,488. And believe me, it's got all the right moves. And this class act can definitely be seen at Magic City Dodge throughout the month of July. Deal just can't beat it.
Need relief from athlete's foot?
Feel the Definex difference.
And there is a difference because medicated Definex does more than just cure athlete's foot. Want cooling, soothing relief?
Feel the Definex difference.
Definex soothes burning feet, cools tender feet. Want relief from cracked, itchy feet?
Feel the Definex difference.
Definex relieves itching, gives real foot comfort, and used daily, Definex helps prevent reinfection. Feel the Definex difference.
For your TV needs, call 328-8736. For your stereo needs, call 328-8736. For your appliance needs, call 328-8736. For all your household needs, call 328-8736.
Quick TV and Appliance Rentals rent-to-buy plan can get you what you need today. Just call 328-8736 or visit 1506 2nd Avenue North across from Sears.
Darn, George tore a hole in the roof.
You get the roof fixing it.
Maybe not.
Get the stuff off the truck there. Morning. Thought we'd give up farm and take up roofing for a change.
Don't let us stop you.
Bring those 2x6s over here. Give me a bundle of shingles. More nails. Almost there. That ought to do it.
Can't thank you boys enough for putting us back in the business.
Then don't.
The Red Man reaction. Satisfaction.
Welcome to our Personality Profile segment of Southeastern Championship Wrestling. Our discussion today will center around probably the most unusual wrestling match you have ever seen in the Southeastern wrestling area. And after the match is so unusual that the stipulations surrounding it are. You've got men that are just all out in brawls now for various titles here in the Southeastern wrestling area. The tag title controversy, the Continental Heavyweight title, a lot of major titles. And one of the men that's in this match is the Southeastern Heavyweight Champion. We're referring to, of course, of Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol. It is a type situation where the personalities have flared and somewhat run together between he and the Hustler Rip Rogers. And it's a type match in which the loser of the match must have his hair dyed pink. And it must remain that way as long as this man competes in the Southeastern wrestling area. Once again, this is a personality flare between Mr. Idol and Mr. Rogers. And before we talked to Austin Idol earlier today, Rick Stewart had the chance to talk to the Hustler Rip Rogers about the upcoming hair dye match.
The situation between Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol and Hustler Rip Rogers has, well, been the source of a lot of controversy and a lot of concern for Southeastern Championship Wrestling. It's come down to a hair dye match where the loser will have his hair dyed pink at ringside. And because of the nature of this match, no part of this match will ever be seen on television. And a very special thing that you might want to make note of, sir, the man who has his hair dyed pink must keep his hair pink for the remainder of the time that he's in the Southeast.
No sweat to me because I'm going to prove to all the people in the Southeastern area who the true blonde of the Southeastern area is. I'm going to show all the people who the main man. I've done everything I've said. Horner, Lucas, Hamilton, Rougeau, they're all gone. Now, a while back, Austin Idol came in for 1 week, and he was out of here. How come? Because he saw the Hustler Rip Rogers. He saw that I'm the man with the body, I'm the man with the hair, I'm the man with the glitter, I'm the man with the beautiful ballet, and I'm the baddest man in the Southeastern area. And he took off like a rabbit with his tail tucked between his legs because I'm the baddest man in the Southeastern area. And Idol, when I get through with you, I'm going to show all these people. I'm going to paint sure. This is Austin Idol right here. Austin Idol, Southeastern champion. No more, baby, because your hair is going to be pink, and you're going to be embarrassed, and you're going to be humiliated, and you'll want to get out of here. And I'm going to show all you people just how bad the Hustler Rip Rogers really is. And next week on TV Idol, I'm challenging you. That's right, Hustler Rip Rogers, the man with the 19-inch gun and winner of physique contest, is challenging you on TV to an arm wrestling match. And when I beat you, you're going to get down and kiss my feet on national TV. You're going to be humiliated. You're going to have pink hair, and you're going to be out of here. You're going to be like Rougeau, Lucas, Hamilton, like all the rest. I'm going to prove all the people in the Southeastern area just who the baddest man is. And Austin, how do you like this, baby? Austin Idol. Look at that pink hair, baby. Whoa! Hustler Rip Rogers, the baddest man in the area.
I don't know about this. The challenge is out for 1 week from today on television. An arm wrestling match between Austin Idol and Hustler Rip Rogers. And if Hustler Rip Rogers wins, Austin Idol has to kiss his feet on television.
Certainly, between two men who pride themselves in their appearance and styles of wrestling the way they do, this would be a most embarrassing situation to have one's hair dyed pink after the match.
First of all, Charlie, you know that dude's got a big mouth. I just so happen to have some right here. Now I think it'll be the perfect fit. I think this baby right here is going to fit real good right down your throat, jerk. And you know something? This jerk, ever since I've come back, he's told everybody that he's the man. He said he's the man, the ultimate man in professional wrestling. And he says that he's going to beat me. He says he's going to spray paint my hair, just paint my hair pink. And I want everybody to know right now that my word is my bond. If this jerk beats me, I'll leave my hair pink for the duration of my wrestling career right here in the Southeast. But on the other hand, if I beat you, Dirk, and it ain't going to be no if I'm going to beat you, we're going to paint your hair. We're going to see what you look like, Dirk, when I take this paint and I spray your hair. As a matter of fact, you know, I understand Mary Kay Cosmetics, they give away pink Cadillac to anybody who stole so many deals. Well, you're going to be getting a pink Cadillac, Dirk, because I'm going to spray you just as pink as I can. And something else now.
What about that challenge?
Well, I'll get to that challenge. I understand none of this match is going to be shown on TV, and that's good. And as far as that challenge goes, Dirk, next week for arm wrestling, I accept your challenge under one condition. If I beat you, I get to take some lipstick and paint you up. I get to take some rouge, some mascara, and eyeshadow, and show everybody what a real woman looks like, darling. And I'm going to do it to you right here on television. I'm going to make you look like the real woman that you are. I'm going to paint him up, Charlie, and make him look real sweet. We're going to have Fleabag number 1, Fleabag number 2 right here next week. I can't wait.
Well, the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, and one thing for sure, when they get to the arena, one man, when he leaves, will have pink hair. That's our personality profile for today.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be one fall, a 10-minute time limit. Now entering the ring at 231 pounds, Atlanta, Georgia, Les Freeman. Opponent, 225, Los Angeles, California, Hustler Rip Rogers.
The Hustler Rip Rogers taking on Les Freeman out of Atlanta, Georgia. Still a lot of great action to come on Southeastern Television Wrestling. The Rat Patrol will be in our television main event. Tag team action. Also, we'll be going to the arena and taking a look at a very important six-man tag match, which was won by the Rat Patrol Incorporated and assured them of another chance at the Southeastern Tag Team titles this week in the arena, Rick.
It ought to be a whale of a battle, Charlie. In the ring now, Hustler Rip Rogers in against Les Freeman, a fine young athlete from Atlanta, Georgia. Miss Brenda Britton making her way to the dance. I didn't quite get her comment, something about Austin Idol. Anyway, that's going to be interesting next week, Charlie. That's arm wrestling contest. One of the participants is going to have pink hair.
That is true, and I think what Miss Britton is doing is saying that this will be Austin Idol next week, and showing off the way Idol could possibly show up at television, or the way her main man, shall we say, the Hustler Rip Rogers, can show up at television.
And the crowd here at the studio arena picking up the chant of the not-too-delicate nickname that Miss Britton has earned over the past couple of months here in the Southeast. Les Freeman really just hasn't had a chance to get anything going against Hustler Rip Rogers. Rogers is at the truck. Wait a minute. Freeman reverses his man. Maybe a little too hasty. Rip Rogers was ready for him with that knee in the corner, Charlie.
And Rogers is going for that Boston Crab. Submission hold. He's got the submission.
And Mr. Rogers just a little bit hesitant to break. A kick after the bell was officially sounded, and referee Larry Brock having a difficult time regaining order in the ring. It seems to wait a minute. Rogers manhandling the referee out of the ring. He's gone after Les Freeman. Puts him up. What is Brenda Britton doing? They're spray painting his hair.
Spray painting his hair pink. Certainly this shows exactly what Mr. Rogers is all about.
We gotta get some kind of order restored here, Charlie. Les Freeman, the back of his hair, a glowing shade of pink, as Rip Rogers continues to strut around the television arena, howling threats at Austin Idol.
Just how effective those threats will be, we'll see coming in the arena here at Southeastern Wrestling area very shortly. Hustler Rip Rogers victorious in that match against Les Freeman, and then the show of sportsmanship you saw from Rogers certainly disgusting. Right now, coming out to join us, part of the Billy Spears family. We've asked them to come out for a specific purpose. Billy Spears, Arn Anderson, and Jerry Stubbs. These three were involved in a very important six-man tag match that took place in the Southeastern Wrestling area last week. And the defeat of the team of Anderson, Stubbs, and Spears.
And it wasn't really a six-man tag. I wasn't supposed to be in the match. You were supposed to be in the match. I wasn't in the match. These men could handle it by themselves. That's what I had.
Let's roll the videotape and see exactly what does take place in the match, and maybe it'll kind of explain itself.
You watch my men here. They're on top like they always are. Just watch and see what happens. Everybody will see it in a minute. My men can take on three of them at any time, and you know it. Now watch them here. They're just working him over just good now. Watch this. Everything they're doing is illegal anyway. Look at them. They're throwing punches, using fists. It's all illegal. Well, let's point out something here for the benefits of the fans at home that may not know. This was signed as a six-man tag match. Even though you chose not to dress out, sir, and you appeared to sit in the corner while Mr. Anderson and Mr. Stubbs carried on the battle, you were a legal member of this six-man tag team combination. See him throwing me in the ring right here? I wasn't supposed to be in the ring. I said I was not wrestling in this match, and that's what I meant. Now, they threw me in, and I watched it. Jerry, you see what happened there? I think that was a little bit your fault, my friend. That's my fault? Yeah. What are you doing in the way? In the back of me. Well, you got in the way, my man. You got in the way there. You came in. He threw me in. We're trying to win the match, Jerry. You got in the way. You knocked Billy down. They pinned him. He wasn't even supposed to be in the match. What are you doing? Wait a minute. Listen, Jerry. We're a team. We function as a team, right? We got in the way, we got beat, now we got to go down there, and they get a title shot now. I'm tired of fooling with these guys. Is that right, Billy? Am I right, Billy? What about this awful rivalry? Now, listen, another thing. What is this deal with Idle? What is this, Jerry? You been talking to Idle on the phone or what? I ain't talking to nobody. I don't know what I was talking about. What is this? What is this? Mr. Olympia is dead and gone. It don't say in all the books. It don't say Arn Anderson and Mr. Olympia Southeastern Tag Champions. It says Jerry Stubbs. I told you I would make somebody out of you, Jerry, if you would stick with me. We're the two best single wrestlers in this area. We're the best athletes, and we're the most awesome team that's ever been here.
Well, let's let this conversation go on someplace else.
We still have the belt.
We'll be right back with Southeastern Television Wrestling in just a moment.
More than 60 years, Lee Rogers Tire has been serving the needs of Alabama mining, business, and industry, and cars like yours. This week, you get a free $100 savings bond when you buy 4 Uniloyal Steelers or Tiger Paw Plus steel-belted radial tires. That's right, a free $100 U.S. savings bond when you buy 4 of these selected sizes. And prices start at just $52.95. Plus, you can charge it 5 ways. And remember,
We don't want all the business. Just you.
People say to me, T-Boss, you just don't understand. I've never had any credit before. No one's going to sell me furniture or television. And I say, look at this $10 bill. It has a picture of Hamilton on the front and the Fraser on the back. Just bring one of these babies to Mr. King's Furniture and just watch how fast we'll establish your credit. Or let Mr. King help you get started in the credit world today. Thank you.
Champion TV and Appliance Rentals makes renting known quick and simple. Just stop by any neighborhood Champion store, and in just minutes, you're on your way with the TV, stereo, appliance, or furniture you want. It's quick and simple because there's no credit hassles and on-the-spot approval at Champion. Quick and simple because Champion has over 30 locations. Quick and simple because we make it easy to own when you rent your home from Champion TV and Appliance Rentals.
Champion makes it easy to own. Champion.
The perfect family car can be yours for only $59.90. At Long Lewis Ford, we have sold a world of these 83 Sandlots, and they're still rolling in. Equipped with automatic transmission, air conditioning, power steering and brakes, tinted glass, radio and heaters, sporty turbine wheel covers, stripes, body side molding, easy care interior, and more. They're only $59.90. Long Lewis has a good selection waiting on you. 24 months, 24,000 mile extended service available, as is 48 months financing to qualified buyers. At Long Lewis in Bessemer, you hear, where there's no fine print.
The Alabama Fairgrounds Arena has seen a lot of tremendous wrestling action over the last couple of weeks. This Monday night, probably the most exciting night yet. Continental Heavyweight Championship. Bob Armstrong puts his newly won title on the line against former champion Ron Fuller. And in a Canadian death match, Jimmy Golden takes on his arch rival Vic Rain.
Bullet Bob, I hope you enjoyed wearing that Continental Championship belt for 1 week, because that's all you're going to wear. I'm going to win it back. That's right, at Birmingham this Monday night. And I'll make you a promise, if I don't win, I'll leave the Southeastern area. Then I'm going to get the opportunity to tie Jimmy Golden up, and I am going to tie him up, right, Victor?
Yes, sir. Let me show all you cockroaches out there. I'm going to have to step over 15 or 20 years to get to the ring, but I'm going to get the boss cockroach. I'm going to snap his back. You're going to hear that thing bang all over the building. The one thing about it, when the big man ties him, I'm going to kick him. Goodbye, Golden!
Monday night in Birmingham, things are getting serious between you and Vic Rain.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Vic's got more experience at these Canadian death matches than I have, but I'm going to tell you, Bob myself has had some times to tie some hogs before, and I bet you when we tie this hog, he squeals too, sonny boy. One thing good about it, Vic Rain, when I get you tied up, brother, that's a chance for me to get that boot off of you, and when I do, buddy boy, you're going to be saying bye-bye.
Monday night in Birmingham, the first defense, a major title around the waist of Bob Armstrong.
That's exactly right. The fairgrounds. Back to the fairgrounds. You know, it feels good to wear this Continental title belt because back in January, they thought the bullet was finished. I made a comeback. I've won one of the top titles of the country, and it feels real good, and I'm going to tie that boy up real good for you, Jimmy, and I want you to put a hurting on him, take that boot off and cram it where the sun don't shine because of the fairgrounds. That's where we're going to get it done, brother. The fireworks are going to go off, the firecrackers are going to pop, everything. The dynamite's going to go off, the roof may come off the building at the fairgrounds. And I'll tell you another thing, Monday night,
Southeastern heavyweight champion Austin Idol and Idol Mania sweeping the Southeastern wrestling area.
And by popular demand, we've got so many cards and letters. Here it is. Together with Joan Jett and the Black Hearts, here's the Universal Heartthrob, Austin Idol. Ladies and gentlemen, this match one fall TV time remaining. Now in the ring at a combined total of 487 pounds, Boris Zurkoff and the Superstar.
As the Rat Patrol tried to get into the ring, they jumped him. The Superstar and Zurkoff. Now the Tonka Kid trying to turn things around. Superstar still working over Scott Armstrong. Zurkoff pounding away at Tonka Kid. Tonka Kid firing back for those kicks. Armstrong turning things around in the corner with a Superstar. He's got the man rocking out his feet. Oh! And the Rat Patrol wastes no time in turning the tables on Boris Zurkoff. And wait a minute.
Zurkoff, waving his arms in disgust, has left either with or at the insistence of Billy Spears, leaving the Superstar alone in the ring. Against, beautiful double drop kick from the Rat Patrol. And the Superstar now finds himself in the unenviable position of being dazzled, shall we say, with a little bit of the teamwork of the Rat Patrol Incorporated.
And they do have some teamwork to display, as we've seen in weeks past.
Oh, big splash off the top rope, a count of three, and a very good win in short order from the Rat Patrol Incorporated.
And we'll be back with more of Southeastern television wrestling in just a moment.
The Red Man reaction. Satisfaction.
Hot Saturday night. A hot Saturday night. Could to you on a hot Saturday night. Cold, fresh, clean. Just taste what we mean. Rocky Mountain Gold, you got it on a hot Saturday night. It all starts here, no other place. That's fresh, clean, cool taste. Nothing beats it, icy cold, refreshing, Rocky Mountain Gold. Good to you. Good to you. Refreshing, good to you. Cool. All night through. Cool. Rocky Mountain Gold, you got it. The best of the Rockies is yours. On a hot Saturday night.
For your TV needs, call 328-8736. For your stereo needs, call 328-8736. For your appliance needs, call 328-8736. For all your household needs, call 328-8736.
Quick TV and appliance rentals rent-to-buy plans will get you what you need today. Just call 328-8736 or visit 1506 2nd Avenue North across from Sears.
The attention of Southeastern Championship Wrestling comes to the beautiful Birmingham, Alabama Fairgrounds Arena this Monday night at 8:30. You'll see the U.S. Junior title on the line as the Rat Patrol meets Michael Ragin. Alabama title, Rick McGraw and Boris Zurkoff. Canadian Deathmatch, Jimmy Golden and Vic Rain. Southeastern Tag Team titles, the Rat Patrol Incorporated. Challenge Arn Anderson and Jerry Stubbs, managed by Billy Spears. Then the loser gets his hair dyed pink at ringside as the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol meets Hustler Rip Rogers. Return for the Continental Heavyweight Championship. Bob Armstrong defends against the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller. Monday night, the Alabama Fairgrounds Arena in Birmingham. Monday night, the Alabama Fairgrounds, a big night for Austin Idol and Bob Armstrong. But before we get their comments, we have the previously recorded comments of the Tennessee stud Ron Fuller and Hustler Rip Rogers.
Monday night in that Fairgrounds Arena, I want my customary applause when I come out of that dressing room. I want everybody on their feet because you will be applauding the new Continental Heavyweight Champion. The belt might have been stolen last week, but I am going to win it back Monday night. And if I don't, I'll leave the Southeast. And, Rip, I am so looking forward to Austin Idol and pink hair. I think it's a great idea. He'll look good in pink.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Stenton. Birmingham, Alabama, Monday night at the Fairgrounds. It's going to be the biggest night in Southeastern Wrestling because we're going to take the living legend, and that's the so-called Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol, and we're going to show everybody who the main man, who the true blood of the Southeastern area is. And Austin Idol, when I get through with you, You'll look just like this wig here. And Miss Brenda Britton's going to spray your hair pink because she's got her barber smock on. Your hair will be pink. There's going to be happening things in Birmingham, and your hair is going to be so pink, they won't call you Austin. They'll call you something else, baby. Woo!
Alabama Fairgrounds Arena, the first title defense in Birmingham for Bob Armstrong of the Continental Champion.
The very first at the fairgrounds. Let's get that right at the fairgrounds. The first Continental title defense. I've never stolen anything in my life. The bullet doesn't steal. I don't have to. I won this fair and square, and I'll defend it fair and square. And as far as leaving, if you want to leave Tennessee, Stud, I'll buy you a bus ticket myself, because after Monday night at the fairgrounds, you may want to leave anyway. And as far as Rip Rogers is concerned, I would love to see his hair painted pink, Idol.
Now, let's point this out, too, Austin, that the loser of this match must keep his hair dyed.
And if I lose, I'll keep my hair dyed pink. You know, it ain't the ups and downs in life that bother me, Richard. Oh, no. It's the jerks like Rip Rogers. I heard the other day they invented a coffin that fits right over the head. It's for guys like Rip Rogers. Dead from the neck up. But on Monday night in Birmingham at the fairgrounds, the place that Austin Idol built. Because, you see, Birmingham down is my home. I love Birmingham, and the people just so happen to love me, dog. It's a mutual respect. And when I beat you Monday night at the fairgrounds, I'm going to take your hairs right here, dog, and I'm going to paint it passion pink. And that way, maybe you'll have one of those pink Cadillacs, I think, that Mary Kay cars make. They give people every once in a while. Monday night, you're going to get one of them, dog.
Big challenge next week for television. An arm wrestling contest between Austin Idol and hustler Rip Rogers. If Idol loses, he has to kiss Rip Rogers' feet in the middle of the ring. However, if Rogers loses, Austin Idol gets to dress him up like a woman on TV. A lot's going to take place in the arena between now and then. Also, next week, live with us, living legend in pro wrestling, Mr. Wrestling #2. Make your plans to be with us.